you wouldn't want out there for your mama.
We're good.
Or all of Danny's groupies.
I love you so much, Molly.
I know you do.
I do.
You guys need to talk about that later.
Yeah, we can talk about it anytime. Okay, we're gonna have some fun.
Will we be hearing any sound in here? Any cues? Okay.
Nope, I'll be giving you your
Okay, great.
cues.
So, because you're going to give me my cue to start time.
Yes.
Name of the song.
That's the name of our tune.
Okay.
I'll
Yes,
just need
sir.
a cue when you say boom. I start doing my thing.
Well,
and that leads us into a live.
Just go with the flow.
That'll work.
You'll be fine.
We're good. I trust you.
Wing everything.
I am trust you. I'm in.
Don't know how to do that at all.
All right, here we go.
We're on.
Wowzer, wowzer, wowzer. We've had a circus in here, and now we've got a freight train. Acoustic freight train, to be exact. Good morning, guys.
Hey, Molly,
Good
how are
morning.
you?
Morning.
Well, I'm pretty excited to have this many guys and this much.
It's tight in here.
It is, yeah.
We're very
That's
intimate
what she
already.
said.
It's amazing. Yes, indeed.
Anyway, let's go around and introduce everybody. You're Sean.
I am Sean Moore.
Sean
Absolutely.
Moore?
Yeah.
Not Sean Less.
Not Sean Les. Sean Moore, singer-songwriter, lead vocalist, guitar player, Acoustic Freight Train.
All around just hot guy.
If you say so.
Well,
Absolutely.
I may not have much
There's
taste, but it's all good.
There's some people who think that when I have a fever. So
Your nurse, your private nurse. Then there's that Danny guy over there.
Danny DeVore, drummer, Acoustic
Yeah.
Freight Train, and the senior guy of the group. I'm the sweet roll DeVore,
And
and
he-
having a great fun.
And he's like the shy one, right?
he is indeed. He doesn't have very much to say at all.
He's been through here a few times.
I brought my muzzle for Danny.
Oh, good. That's one thing I don't have in my collection yet. But so if you want to leave it, I could use it from time to
No,
time.
I need it.
I
You
like
know,
it.
you
Let me
I'm
sit
going to
there.
really need
Okay,
it.
come on now. You come on up here because there's Darren Edwards.
Come
back
on,
here.
Super Darren. Get
Well,
up here.
Oh, Super Darren.
Yeah. Darren Edwards is my given name, but Super Darren is my stage name.
Which that's the hat.
That's a Superman hat. He let me borrow it.
Okay.
Use the.
You may need to be a little closer to the mic.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. It's
Which
on-
gets you closer to me.
Oh, okay.
It's a trick. That's why we only have one mic.
He
in
is
here.
single, so
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, I'm not,
Get
but
him
that's
in here.
okay. I've been married a long time. So you're single?
I am. Is that part of the interview?
Are you still looking?
I am not necessarily looking or not looking. I'm a diplomat.
Oh, okay.
Take that.
You're just kind of keeping it open.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It all depends on who he was with last night.
No.
True. That's true.
Who were you with last night?
I don't remember.
Oh.
Myself, probably.
Still early. We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Well, if you need a hand, I've got a few over here.
I see.
See, this makes everything appear larger.
Just be careful what finger you put that on.
Well, okay. You don't know where those have been
I
either.
do not. Do not.
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself. Darren, besides being single, what do you do?
I am a musician.
Uh-huh.
I host the open mic at the Gypsy Coffee House.
Okay, yeah.
Every Tuesday night.
Isn't that real close to Guthrie
It is.
Green?
Yes, indeed.
Pretty much catty
I've been
corner
in
from
there.
that. So one of the longest running open mics in the area. Over 1,000 open mics.
Wow.
Been going since they opened, about 19 years now.
And I hear you know our friend Hector.
We do know your friend Hector, yes.
Yeah.
Hector and Alec from the Mules, they are awesome.
Uh-huh.
So you started hosting that when you were 5?
Yes. I've
That's
hosted
what I
it for
thought.
the last.
Okay, excellent.
Hosted it for the last 4 years, and got started there playing guitar. I hadn't played bass in like maybe 10 years.
Oh.
And
What made you bring it up again?
well, I didn't have a bass for a long time, and I've been playing guitar. And Mr. Sean Moore here came into the Gypsy one night on the open mic,
Ah.
and we may let him finish that
okay.
story.
Oh, I like the way you segued into
It was
that.
right
Was
on.
it a dark and stormy night?
We've had many of those, but that night wasn't. We had a got together, and I came in and kind of felt the place out. I had been there years and years before.
Just
and
different
then,
than feeling something up,
it
right?
is much
but
different.
Close. Okay.
sometimes you never know in the Gypsy what's going to happen in there. But we played together in there, played a couple of songs, and I came back after that, and Darren, there was just some energy immediately that we felt together when we started playing. There's some funny stories where there's a little stairway back there, and we went up and we worked on a song. Some of our materials got a little bit of complexity to it. There's a few breaks and a couple different chord changes here and then. It's just not 1-4-5 stuff. So we sat down and worked on a tune called Life's Good. And you'll notice as we kind of talk through this today, we're working on our album right now. It's called Brand New Day, and we're really focused on this positive attitude and really kind of giving just giving something back and keeping people in a good mood and cherishing the great things about life. We went up and we worked on this Life Good song, and it didn't go so good. Right? I remember we came down.
Life wasn't so good.
But it wasn't so good.
Huh?
But there always, when we got together, there was a spark. And I was coming back from Colorado. I was in Kansas, I think on 35, and my phone rang, and it was Super Darren, and I was like, "What's he calling me for?" And I picked it up. I'm like, "Hey man, what's going on?" And he said, "Hey, I got a bass."
Oh.
And I said, "Okay, let's make this thing happen." So we got together. And that was, I think, 3.5 years ago, or maybe 4 years ago now. Time's flying by, so it was absolutely fantastic. Got together, the harmonies started coming out, we started refining things, and Darren's really the musicologist of this band. The guy is just, he knows his music, he knows his soul music, he knows the 70s really well, he knows early rock and roll, and it's just really kind of helped gel things together for me. And so he's really my partner in crime in all of this. And then to segue over to the guy behind me, Danny came along about a year ago, and we were playing Mayfest last year and getting ready for a show, and our drummer and great friend Neil Hartman, who has played with us forever, was going to Europe. And so we were looking for a drummer to fill that show, and Danny came along, and Neil introduced us to Danny, and from the moment that things started out, we kind of knew we had it. And I'll let Danny talk a little bit about Danny's background, because Dan, in terms of, Darren's our musicologist. He understands the history of music and just where music's been. Danny, on the other hand, Danny's done it.
He was there.
Danny's the guy that was on these records and making things happen. So
I don't know
turn it over here if we can hear Danny or not. You'll speak up, Danny.
To the mic.
And we'll have to cut him off. Well, where's that off button here so I make sure I can turn him off in a minute?
Yeah. Okay, Danny.
Well, needless to say, I started playing drums at a very, very early age before elementary school. I think the Beatles helped bring that out. My father being a musician, all of his 6 other brothers musicians, I started very early with an extensive background. Over the years, it became more formal. I was a graduate of the United States Naval School of Music. I was introduced to some fantastic musicians during that. During that process, I was able to see people that were celebrities, and the Army Band would back those up, both in the United States and Europe. When I got to Oklahoma, I met this band a year ago. And with the background of a heavy jazz drummer, Latin, all different types of formal drumming training and percussion, I was able to hear some of these songs, and I knew I was the right fit for this band. So I auditioned for it, did our first show, and the chemistry was just there. Lastly, it goes way beyond the musicianship. This is a family. The chemistry is so tight, and the reflection of the music will show that.
Yeah. Ooh, he did a good job. We didn't even have to cut him off.
That was pretty.
Yeah,
that almost sounded rehearsed.
It almost did. I was
We're gonna have to
looking for
work
this-
on. Yeah, work on that all the time. We benefit from that all the time.
So, what is your role other than singer-songwriter?
Well, keeping these guys in line. That's what I'm trying to do.
Hey, if you need
So
some
beyond
help,
that,
I got some tools.
Like I said, we're working on Brand New Day. I'm engineer. I'm mastering engineer. But one of the beautiful things, as Danny said, we are a family. We have been working on this CD together, and this is going to be the 4th release that I've done. And it's the first release that I've done where I actually had real partnership. These guys are sitting in the engineering booth with me. We've got 6 years are better than 2. We've got incredible feedback from all around, and we're really contributing to this thing together, and it's going to be a spectacular release. I'm extremely proud of where we're going with this.
Can't wait to hear that.
Hey,
I
that's
also
interesting.
can't.
Can't wait. That's one of
Wait.
our songs.
Oh.
You must have seen the CD.
Maybe.
Listen
or
to
maybe
that.
I'm just psychic.
You must be.
Maybe I'm just good. Maybe I'm
That's what I've heard.
not. Yeah.
don't
You went to that bathroom too, didn't you? All right. Well, how about we hear a little music from you guys? What do
All
you
right,
do first?
fantastic. Let me grab a harmonica here. So
That's
one of
one
the
of those headgear thingies.
I know it's going to look like I've got dental work, but the when we start talking
I
about
like the way that zips.
influences that we've got in this band, I think one of the things that we've kind of been focused on is we're a three-piece band, and we're really trying to get ourselves to a point where we sound more like the Eagles as it relates to our harmonies. So that's a big piece of what we're working on. And then also, Bob Dylan has been just a major influence, and that sounds a little trite sometimes because so many people have been influenced by Bob, but Bob's chord structures, Bob's lyric content, and the depth of what he's written about from the dawn of time, but also just the inspiration of somebody of his caliber who has changed genres so many times,
Yeah.
bucked the system, and just keeps doing what he does. And does it so well, you know, getting Grammys for Vocal of the Year after everybody's kind of said, oh, well, you know, Bob Dylan can't sing. And you look at the number of people from Garth Brooks to Joan Baez to, you know, countless people that have recorded his stuff over the years, and the number of people that just the inspiration of that guy in his totality is, to me, you can you go in my studio room and it's the shrine to Dylan, because I just love that guy so much. He's
Yeah.
had such a great impact, and with the words as well. So starting out, I ended up with a poetry scholarship to TU.
Oh.
And I went to the University of Tulsa on that scholarship, and that kind of evolved into auditing music courses there and doing composition there. So just a real great opportunity to kind of dissect some of Dylan's material as well, to kind of pull all of that together. So we're going to play a song called Time.
Okay.
And if you've seen or read the book The Giver, this was inspired by that. Jeff Bridges was in that movie.
Okay.
It's a post-apocalyptic thing. Our writers are just so infatuated by that kind of construct. We have to relive that over and over again. But it's great construct. We've got a post-apocalyptic setting, and we've got everything starting out in black and white, and the ideal that, you know, it's better not to have any emotion or pain. We're just going to normalize everybody, and that's going to make the panacea for human life, right? And Jeff Bridges is kind of like this little medicine man, whatever you want to call him, and he gets the lead character, and he starts to show pictures of war and love, and the movie starts to colorize when that happens, and so that's what this song's about. This is, like I was saying earlier, our music right now is really focused on kind of giving that positive impact and vibe back. And so this one's just about the fact that it's great to be here. It's great to be with each other. And you'll hear the chorus lines in this. Time do you appreciate that it's been given to you?
All right.
So
I
it's
can't
all
wait
just
to
about,
hear that.
and we're going to start out. It starts out with what would you sacrifice to feel sorrow?
Oh.
So
That's good.
we are Acoustic Freight Train, and Mr. Danny's going to kick us off here with a little bit of rim shot percussion to get us going on this. This is Time.
What would you sacrifice to feel sorrow? Oh yeah, just one more tomorrow. What would you forfeit for a chance just to live this?
Freight Train here on the Kush. That was
Thanks,
awesome.
Molly.
I do love your harmonies. I'm one of those people that love harmonies.
Yeah, we here I go with my harmonica disbandment. Here. Thank you so much for that. We're trying to mash up a bunch of styles. I mean, you can kind of hear these open rocky choruses and then like this deep beat, and then we kind of go into this double kick drum thing that we had going on there in the middle of that bridge that we were playing, and just all of our songs we're trying really to push the envelope in terms of, okay, we can just sit down and write a song. Like, song structure is easy, 1-4-5 is easy, but to be able to kind of like pull these things together and selectively place those harmonies and create that emotional state where people are sitting back going, I felt that before. I know, that's what we want to be able to paint a audio construct that allows somebody to visually imagine themselves in that scenario.
Yeah.
And so in the midst of this, we're painting the ideals of, what would you sacrifice to feel sorrow? But then in the midst of that second verse where we're talking about top down, wind rushing through my hair, there's just like this juxtaposition of life is made up, like the giver pointed out in that movie, of like, you can't appreciate things until, you stub your toe a couple of times.
Right. It's all part of it. It's all part of it. Well, we're going to listen to a little news, and then before we come back, going to play something off of your CD.
Excellent.
And
Fantastic.
what is the song?
I think we got Love Waltzin' teed up. So
Okay.
this is, you're going to hear this thing start out with a little bit of a scratchy record feel. There's an artist, Michael Fleur, that does impressionist paintings of Paris and others. And so this song is taken from his work in terms of, there's a picture of a woman and a guy walking down the street, a little bit like another side of Bob Dylan, where he's walking down the street. But it's got this real romantic flair to it. And I wanted to capture that. I want to capture that kind of rainy night where you're with your significant other and you've just got this like intense love and just really live in that moment of life, and that's what Love Waltzing's all about.
All right. More from Acoustic Freight Train right here on Home with the Kush Girls, 1600 KUSH Cushing. Still on Facebook. Sounded great.
No, it sounds good, man. You sound great. Don't
it's
worry
good
about
now.
it. Sounds good.
Was it good now? It's hard for me.
We doing all right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Facebook.
Hi, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm bragging.
I
I'm
would
bragging
too.
about a lot of things. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
But you did notice all my little
We did notice your hands.
hands.
Wow.
Touching
Yeah.
hands, reaching out.
Yeah.
Touching
Little Neil Diamond. I even have
Sweet
feet.
Do you?
I do.
Wow, do you
Well,
wash those?
Oh, no. Not lately.
Hey, if you use
I
it,
can tell.
if you use it as a doorstop,
Really
you get
tight
your foot in the
quarters.
door.
Yeah. And then a musician brought us some hard petrified wood. So
You keep
we
talking
always
about
have
that
some
hardwood.
hard wood.
Is that where he gets scared and then goes? We're on Facebook.
Kid. Yeah, you're only on Facebook.
Oh, hey, you guys, we are on Facebook,
Yeah.
so we're on the
Yeah,
Kush
oh,
page,
here we
right?
go. Here we go. I had to quieten them down.
Oh,
It
dear.
gets rowdy in here. Of course, if you're on Facebook, you know
Danny's
that.
talking too much again. That's the way it is.
Well, that's why he's in the corner.
Keep him in there.
Yeah, keep that boy in the corner. We're here with Acoustic Freight Train. Daryl.
Whoa.
Daryl.
whoa.
No, not
Where-
Darren. Darren.
How did you know we were
Excuse-
auditioning a new bass player?
Darren, Super Darren
That's right.
Edwards.
People
back
know me
here.
as Super Darren.
And then we have Danny
DeVore.
DeVore?
Yes, Danny
Like-
DeVore, French spelling.
Like
Speak up, Danny.
the boar?
Yes.
Only DeVore.
Yes.
Okay. I
That might
think
stick.
I got
might,
that.
might keep that, the boar.
And then we have you.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah. Sean Moore.
That's me. Right
And
on.
you spell it the same way my son spells his.
The only way to spell it.
Yes.
That's right.
Cian. But some people mispronounce
Oh, yes. All the
it.
Uber drivers. All the Uber drivers. Hi, Cian. Yeah. Okay. Excellent.
Well, listen to a little of your song that played.
Love
during-
Waltzin'.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing that. We appreciate that. Excellent to hear that kind of go out across the airwaves, and
Yeah.
that is an awesome song for us to kind of showcase based on what we've been talking about in terms of the jazz influence that we've got from Mr. Danny, Super Darren's incredible bass guitar playing. You can hear the brushes on that. It's really kind of a different vibe for us. It's got this great little waltz feel that we've got going
Is it
on.
fun for you to create different vibes?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And it's
I
fun.
could tell.
It's totally fun with these two guys, right?
Yeah.
Because this isn't a scenario where it's like, oh, hey, I've got this idea and it's wacky. These guys are more like, yeah, okay, great, let's see how far we can push that wackiness. Like, okay, are we going to play this jazz? Then we're really going to play a jazz. And there's a sizzle cymbal, and Danny's got the ability to kind of pull out all these different percussive toys and to kind of set them all up.
I like
and
a
get
guy who has
Get
toys.
the when we recorded that, I remember we had this struggle that was going on with that song, because that song, the sizzle cymbal, if you went back and listened to it, some people that were listening who know jazz will hear that there's actually a percussive nature to that sizzle cymbal, which is hard to capture. Danny, as he was playing that song, kept switching sticks on every 16 bars. He was trading sticks out. And he's sitting over there and he's got a towel on his drum so you can't hear it while we're recording it. And he's going through and just keeping that incredible time, that incredible feel. And he's technically just pulling the chops out. So just incredible. And then Darren, if you go back and listen to the bass on that, you've got this great kind of muted bass tone, because he's using an electric bass, he's trying to make it sound like an upright so it fits in with kind of the vibe, and just those little pieces of detail as it relates to really capturing that Parisian night that we were talking about, and that feel. It just
I'm
really
getting
makes
so hot at
makes
the
up for the yeah.
Thank goodness I have a fan.
Break it up.
Ooh, okay. How about some more music live here?
Okay, we can do
before,
that. Right on. So we're going to play the title track from our CD, and in our positive vibe kind of feel here, we're going to do, it's called Brand New Day. And this song is about the fact that every day when you get up, that there's a new canvas in front of you, right? And the fact that we're here to help each other kind of figure those out together. And so, there's one of the first verse on this song is all about how do we kind of exert ourselves to capitalize on that day. The second one is about the fact that, we are all different. We all are here to share our differences and diversity with each other. This isn't just about, oh great, I have to deal with one other person that's like me. If I had to deal with myself all the time, I'd go insane. So the second is all about, identifying who you are, and then, working together on that. And then the last part of this is really where, it starts out with, please take the time to wipe the gray away.
Oh.
Because then it's all about how we kind of get through this together.
I'm going to do that later this week. Okay. Oh, different gray. All right.
All right. Awesome. So this is
Acoustic Freight Train.
Brand New Day.
Here on the Kush.
To a brand new day, I'm looking forward to seeing it with you. I am looking forward to a brand new day. Now there's an empty canvas in front of me and you. Good to exude our minds, start a new train of thought, a new seed the soul. Let's unleash ourselves with something we don't yet know. I am looking forward to a brand new day. I'm looking forward to I see an empty view. I am looking forward to a brand new day. Got to identify to a brand new day. I'm looking forward to seeing it with you. I am looking forward to a brand new day. I'm looking forward to seeing it with you. I am looking forward to a brand new day. I am looking forward to a brand new day. I'm looking forward to seeing it with you. I am looking forward to a brand new day.
Acoustic Freight Train here on the Cush.
Nice
I
job,
went up
guys.
in here. Yeah.
All
good
right.
job. The upbeat part and just all that is a mission for you.
It is totally a mission. Yeah, as a poet, I mean, it's really easy to get lost in too much introspection as it relates to kind of getting down the rabbit hole on exploring deep, dark holes that we all experience. I mean, we're all in that together, and I've done plenty of that. I've written lots and lots of music, and I spent a lot of time kind of exploring those areas and writing out against discrimination and those types of things. And you know, that's just core to me. I just believe in all that. I want to stand up for, you know, ourselves as the collective and all of our diverse views. But in doing that, I really came to the conclusion about 5 years ago that there's a way to do that to where we can all kind of do that in a much more forward momentum kind of way, as opposed to dragging each other through the mud all the time. So
Right.
that's really what it is. It's not avoiding those things. It's not kind of sweeping those things under the rug at all. It's about the fact that, yeah, those things do exist, but let's try to figure out how do we juxtapose those to really kind of work together.
Yeah, and make the world better.
Yes, every day.
Yeah,
every
every
day. And
every day's a new day.
these guys are, you know, my partners in crime on this, and I just can't say enough about how much I respect them as a part of this journey, because as a songwriter, it's a challenge. I've talked to people who are visual artists, and, you know, somebody in Eureka Springs, I was up there and we were talking one day, and they said, you know, I don't know how you do it. I couldn't ever give a brush to somebody else and let them paint on my canvas. How do you do that every day? And you do it through just immense trust and friendship, like I've got with Super Darren and Danny. I mean, it just is the kind of situation.
Well, I think I need a tissue after that. Hope you'll be saying those kind of things about us.
Absolutely, Molly.
Okay.
Absolutely. Like I said, we're all in this together. We've all got our parts to play.
Well, let's hear another song before we run out of time.
All right, another song. So,
Yeah.
So this song, this is a really exciting song. This is probably, in my mind anyway, I don't know how Super Darren feels about this, but to me, this is the song that probably brought Acoustic Freight Train together, because this was the song that this will be the single for us. Even though the title track was the one we just played, Brand New Day, and, you know, we're kind of biased. We feel like we have an album of singles here, but this is called Tie My Boots, and this song is about getting up every day and getting after it and just putting on your boots and making things happen. This is for our servicemen. This is for the individuals that get up and put on radio shows every day. This is for people that, you know, are our police officers, our civil rights advocates, whoever you are out there that is just getting up and making things happening and just doing it over and over again. This one's for you. And I know that I've got some beliefs about literature. I'm going to start out with a line from Ayn Rand, and this is not for your Tea Party people out there who have hijacked her. Although I respect your, you know, position, you do whatever you need to do, but you know, just great literature. And she had an incredible way of doing character development. Her just ability to kind of like capture somebody, where if they walked in this room with us right now, Molly, you'd be like, there's John Galt. Yeah. Like, I know who that is, right? Or Howard Rourke from Fountainhead. So, you know, let's let her work stand for what it was. I know she had her objectivism stuff, and I respect her for all that as well, but her literature is what she really was incredible for. So we'll kick this one off. I'm going to ask my buddies here to kind of keep a clap track going for me, because see if we can kick this thing off. Once again, this is Tie My Boots.
Acoustic Freight Train here on the
Carousel.
Kush.
2, 3, 4.
Who is John Galt? Does he look like me? Fire in his belly, antipathy for thoughtlessness and being unkind, and those among us are wasting precious time. Contribute, don't delay. Don't tell me what you've done, just focus on today. And if you want to try me, you better be skilled. Many irons in the fire and dreams to fulfill. I'm gonna tie my boots, become a better man. Tie my boots, come on and help me. Help me take a stand. Tie my boots, survive to flower. Time to claim what's ours. Wanna go home now, but there's work to be done. I realize I can't wait, must be overcome. I wanna throw in the towel, pitch my voice, put my finger in the air, but I'm not that sort. Standing on the battlefield, reality is starting to congeal. This ain't my war, but I'm not gonna leave, 'cause I gave my word, so I roll up my sleeves and tie my boots. Steady the way to the sky, tie my boots. Lead the battle cry, tie my boots. I'll survive to flower. Time to claim what's ours. When those dark clouds come creeping up on you, when it seems like you're never gonna make it through, I'm gonna be the wind beneath your wings, be your sledgehammer, tear through anything, be the bullet in your gun, the gas in your tank, machine that kills faster, too discovery to think. Dance like a butterfly and sing like a bee. So wear your boots, help us sing and tie my boots. I live up to my word, tie my boots. We're gonna take what we deserve, tie my boots. I'll survive to flower. Time to claim what's ours. I wanna thank you for keeping me on track, and whenever you need help, know I got your back, 'cause life feels steel shades of blue, and with each other's help we're gonna make it through. Home now in my easy chair, boots by the door, see 'em sitting there. I took my lumps, got my pay, looking forward to tomorrow, a brand new day to tie my boots. I lead the battle cry, tie my boots, are ready to steady, way to the sky, tie my boots. I'll survive to flower. No time to cower, yeah. Tie my boots, become a better man. Tie my boots, come on and help me. Help me take a stand. Tie my boots, I'll survive to flower. Time to claim what's ours.
Acoustic Freight Train.
Woo!
That was awesome, you guys.
Tie my boots.
Thank you, Molly. Thank you.
Super Darren, Danny DeVore. Yeah, what
Sean
a
Moore.
rhythm!
And
you guys.
Sean Moore.
What a rhythm section these guys are.
Well, you sound like more than just three pieces.
That's what everybody keeps
Yeah.
telling us. Thank you so much.
I mean, you really do. You got a lot of music coming out of you guys.
We've got some energy.
Yes,
It's,
you do. Yes, you do. I want to take what you're taking.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we all need to come along for the ride. That's right.
Well, thank you guys so much. Again, Super Darren Edwards over here, and then we've got Danny DeVore on the drums, and Sean Moore,
Thank you, Molly.
Acoustic Freight Train.
Appreciate you and Joyce. We appreciate being here on the Cush. You guys are awesome. Love what you're doing for local music, taking care of Oklahomans. I just can't say enough. I mean, we just really appreciate the opportunity to get our message out and the ability for us to come in here in the morning and spend a little bit of time with you, and you just being as gracious as you guys are and taking care of the artistry in this. So thank you so much.
Well,
AcousticFreightTrain.com. Please
There
follow
you
us.
That's right. Check us
Find
out
out
on
where we're playing this
Facebook.
season.
Right on.
And we are out of time. Tomorrow we will have Representative John Talley in to talk to us. In the meantime, keep your dollars right here, 1600 KUSH Cushing. Peace out, everyone. Peace. Well, peace out of me.
Nice. I like it.
Kind of started by accident. And then, oops, did I just...
No, I did.
Okay.
He did it. He did it.
Okay, good. I didn't want to-
Awesome. That was
Take
so much fun.
Oh, thanks.
Okay,
Thank
all I
you.
could get was your
Later.
reflection, so say hi.
Hey,
Hey,
guys.
everybody. Thank you.
Facebook friends.
Yes, AcousticFreightTrain.com.
And let me shoot you with my bass.
Bam.
Done.